Well, this is an unusual one when we get to it. 21st of September 2022. Astro DJ is giving me raw hard. And only some of you who are as old as me will probably even recognise the title. It was a song from a TV show. And the words they gave me is move them up, move them out, raw hard. So move them up, move them out, raw hard. I don't know what raw hard is, but I would imagine it's what the chaps are made out of when they're riding. People who ride will know more than me about that. I don't know. The cattle obviously could be Taurus or the year of the ox. And there'll be many names on the credit, so I might even instead of putting this, as well as putting the song on, put it on as the TV show. I don't know yet, because there'll be a lot of names there that you can look at. First names, last names, all of them. Sometimes it's just the first name, sometimes it's the last name. They give me images and people that can be recognised easily, so that you can, so that I can give to you. Let's see. Country, if you're out there, I don't know if you do cattle. I don't think you do you? So, but it could be something to do with cattle farmers. We're looking for the world's end today. End of an era. Travel to the object of your desire. Be they persons, things, or events. The four elements: earth, wind, fire, water. There it is. So we've got some way off yet before this chapter ends. If you look at Abelos's Astrology, what I posted on the Facebook page, he's done almost all the signs. He's getting round to it. So there's the 3 water signs I think are missing, but they will be coming out soon. Just gives you a snapshot of next year, so you can plan a bit better. So straight away, full circle spirit, well done. Move them up, move them out, or hard. Moving out, moving away from the stormy waters to calmer ones. 6 weeks. Gossip. Problems with fire sign children. Immature fire sign energy. Working, putting the effort in, but there's nothing else. All work and no play. Burning the candle at both ends, you'll end up with burnout. No communications via the internet. It's all about work. Work. This chapter has to end, because you're missing an opportunity of a new start, a fresh new beginning, and you're seeing things very clearly now. If you were torn between 2 jobs, 2 properties, 2 people, 2 situations, whatever it is, you're no longer confused. You're seeing things very clearly. 18 is positive energy. Eclipses. Now, we have got some eclipses coming up. Not sure when. Elaine might be able to help me out. But it could be an eclipse time when we see clarity. This is juggling. Again, these two things. You've managed to keep them, everybody pleased so far. But you're going to have to drop one of them balls you can't keep going. But somebody's being stubborn and refusing to do that. Can't do that. No, not doing it. And in the process, your cups are emptying. So the more you hang on, the worse it gets. Because if you see, you missed an opportunity. That was one to add to this two because you thought it was too much of a burden, which would give you the 3, which would give you a green light from Spirit for a new venture. But you missed the opportunity. You didn't take it. You refused to take it because you were stubborn. And our blast did tell us that we'll end up regretting decisions if we don't go with our heart, didn't he? So, yeah. If somebody's being deceitful, lying, wearing a false mask, trying to pull the wool over your eyes, possibly criminal activity, your suspicions are justified. Could be drug dealers, Gemini, could be to do with siblings. It's issues with medical issues, depression, thinking negatively, which will bring about negative events. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. Sneeze on Wednesday. Sneeze for a letter. Communications. But it might be lies. 1st or the 28th. Negative. And then we've dropped the ball. So that's that in the reverse. So no longer juggling. We're not putting up with it anymore. We can't handle it anymore. Excuse me. Trust me, I won't sneeze this morning. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's trundling out there. I don't know what they're doing. So 2 years. Needing help. Needing to ask for help. Stop being stubborn. Yeah, dark night of the soul. We've got all the 2s. We're breaking new ground. So pausing on that threshold, because it is scary, but knowing that we've got to make a choice. When we do, there'll be success. And not just success, but acknowledgement of that success. Enemies will be overcome, even if that enemy is ourselves. But remember that you get more bees with honey than vinegar, so you have to be very clear and calm and precise with your words. Rapid communication. Some will receive this communication well. Others won't. There's no give and take here. Some people will see, some people will see when they're shown, and some people will never see. So, 6 years. Yeah, somebody's been living in a dream world or has a dream. And that's why they've been juggling. They keep fantasizing. And there's a lot of options, too many options sometimes. You know, like when you go in a restaurant and there's too many nice things on the menu, you don't know what to pick. So you have to be thinking clearly. Be prepared to sever ties, get professional advice, doctor, priest or lawyer, and above all, think clearly. It's time to cut those ties. Could be a divorced or widowed female. It's an Aquarius cusper. So it could be Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aquarius, Pisces. Overall energy, the answer is no. No happiness, no movement until you sort this out. So they're getting quite stubborn themselves, aren't they? They cannot help you, though, if you don't ask them to. If you don't know what you want, how are they supposed to give you it? And you're still deciding. And you're kidding yourself, living in a dream world, really, about this situation. Whatever it is. If you're a good person, you usually give people the benefit of the doubt, but that's the trouble. These people know that, and they take advantage of that. So, air signs, especially today, massively important. Air, earth, fire. We've got no water, have we? Very little water. The water signs, maybe that's why Ablas has only done, oh my word. So again, same card, first or 28, deceit, lies, theft, siblings, communications, trying to pull the wool over your eyes, your suspicions are justified. No two ways about it. Could be medical matters or depression, like I said, hands, arms, shoulder issues. Up to now, these people have survived, or you survived on your wits. That's not necessary now, but you're still doing it. There's insecurity financial wise. Those born in the year of the boar or the pig, whichever you want to call it, will be important. The fox, let's see, country, if we've got a sign for the fox. I don't know that we have. No. So it is just being wily. The fox in the hen house, really. So an unreliable, unpredictable friend, possibly someone in uniform, possibly someone with darker skin, any or all of those. Too many women in this, too many cooks boil the broth. We've got 1, 2, 3 queens. If we get 4, we know there's trouble, because too many women in a layout is not good. 3 queens. Lack of finances, lack of emotional stability, lack of self-respect, need to think clearly. There may be a female drinking. Yeah, you need to take action now, like now, to get out of this toxic situation where you've been used. 15, Capricorn energy. The first of the month is mentioned again there. And those born in the year of the rabbit. So somebody's been manipulating you, using you. It's toxic. Don't sign anything. You shouldn't do that anyway in Mercury retrograde. We know that now. And it could be to do with friendships, like I said, marriages, institutions, study. You have 2 keys there. You either bind yourself to wherever he is, bind yourself to the material or the spiritual. And we haven't even got that yet, because we haven't ended this chapter. So, teachers, Taurus, the throat and neck issues healed. The truth must come out, especially about material matters or your self-worth. Mama Bear, it's Virgo energy. And again, the Gemini energy. Communication, siblings, hands, arms, shoulders, clear, exact choices and thought. Soulmates, the yin to your yang. Swan's mate for life. Justice will be served. So, Libra energy. A lot of major arcanas today. Mercury retrograde was still there. So, the choice needs to be made. We've got all... we've got 4 twos now. None of them are cups. So, this is about you seeing things clearly. Those are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. You need to see things clearly and speak your truth. Call out these liars. Show them that they're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes. They're not as clever as they think they are. But think positive, because you can be successful. But you need to get out of this and move on. Move them up, move them out, roar hard. So, and there it is. You just have to believe in yourself. There you go, 24. Pisces energy. But it is, as we know, Pisces, the hanged man. Pisces has been in Neptune for God knows how long. It's about sacrifices, being in limbo. It's about prisoners of your own mind, or actual prisoners. It's about giving to ungrateful people, like the guy that gave humans fire and then got hung up and had his liver pecked out every day. The sun forgot about him. So it's unnecessary sacrifices or necessary sacrifices, depending on your situation. It's time to come off the cross. We need the wood, especially with the fuel prices. So 12 is important also. I must be a mermaid, for I have no fear of depth and a great fear of shallow living. And this is shallow living. The name Chambers and Heart could be important. In faith and trust, you must surrender to what is, and you're not doing that because you're stubborn. It's the double fish, and I told you before, didn't I? The reason it's a double fish, because depending on your choice, the two again, you'll swim upstream or down. Which fish are you? It's the god of the waters, of oceans and seas. It's the 12th house of self-undoing, your own enemy. It's mysterious and unfathomable. Needs clarifying and definition, and that's what this has been saying all the way through. You need to clarify something. It's the old soul, the one who has passed through many lives and has picked up much here and there, but tends to repeat mistakes, and spirit don't want you to repeat your mistakes. Pisces have trouble maintaining boundaries, sometimes even feeling half erased. If you have observed a Pisces, you might notice they don't appear as intelligent as they really are. You could even call them gullible or vague, until they start cranking out works of genius. They can be so psychically tuned in, it'll knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign with much compassion, denoting true vision and a link up with the collective. Those ruled by the sign know much, know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting out matters. They are able to sense deeply, except for certain things that is extremely bad for them, that turn into mishaps and disasters. Through it all, Pisces will survive. So it's the dreamers, the artists, the composers, the poets, the mystics, the victims, the prisoner, all fall under the rulership of this. There is little doubt that higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces. In a superficial way, it looks as if the world is their oyster. Pisces sees the best and is an idealist. But the flip side is the cynicism, which can come in waves. So dreams may lead you now, but clear thinking is a must. Clarity, there she is. You may be extra sensitive to beauty, poetry, compassion. Take advantage of inspiration and channel it into creative projects. If you have a notion or a dream, it's time to swim to it. Capture that wave. A great idea from the past may re-emerge, and you may want to return and finish it. And you will want to tackle the idea soon, now. Take action while you're inspired, or the entire matter will disappear into the rushes of the deep. Missed opportunity. You may be confused about the reactions of others, simply unable to get a correct answer. It can be like the pristine sea or the muck of a swamp, so getting lost is a danger. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications, the confusion, pulling wool over your eyes. It's even possible you have someone in your life who saps you. Usually it's not intentional, but because of some delusional way of thinking or viewing the world, and it's clouding the issue. Don't fall into the same confusion. Make sure you're protected and have proper boundaries. You may have physical symptoms but find no reason for them. Be careful when this card comes up, especially in regards to medications and drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications may develop. And the Pisces card is involved, circumstances may be covert or at least obscured from view. Compassion, oneness, art, the unconscious, music, water, and being the victim. Don't be the victim. Break those shackles. Maiden, number 4. Innocence, love, and past. So it's something to do with your past for definite. Trinity knot in the circle is a symbol which represents the maiden, the mother of the crown, the past, present, and future, the 3 life cycles. The maiden is the symbol of innocence and the past. She is young, yet to learn the hardship of the world, and thus sees the world through a set of innocent eyes. The world is her oyster. What did they say about the oysters in Pisces? So it's important. How do we make oysters? How do we make pearls, in the oysters? That little piece of grit that gets in there, and it starts off as an irritation, and then it grows and grows and grows and becomes something beautiful. But without that irritation, it wouldn't have happened at all. So, expect irritations, but they're to get you out of your comfort zone. Someone's in search of love. She may be a bit naive, but is that really a bad thing when all you see is beauty around you? Living in a dream world. The maiden reminds us of a time we also saw life as fun, inspiring and full of wonder. Have we lost that part of ourselves? It is truly never gone, just somewhat forgotten as we navigate through hardship of life. We can still be one with this part of ourselves again if we allow ourselves to see the beauty in small things. Something as simple as smelling a beautiful flower or sitting in nature and watching the wildlife dance and play around us. It may be time to remember the things that used to bring you joy and a sense of peace. We may not have the time to do all the things, but we can integrate small amounts of this into our life, which can give us a great benefit. Where have you lost your innocence and where can you get it back? The more we bring the small joys back into our lives, the younger, the lighter we feel, no longer weighed down by the multitude of tasks and stresses we have placed upon ourselves. So life really is as hard as you make it, mentally. Because if your mind is free, nothing's ever as bad. So we've got the second house of Taurus, again, speaking your truth, especially about material matters. Aquarius, wishes and dreams coming true. And Pluto. So, Taurus, material things, the bauble, selling your soul to the devil, that type of thing. Teachers, schools, the neck, the throat, banks, green, the material world, wealthy, personal resources, possessions, security, values, self-worth, material values and spending. Pluto in Aquarius, I'm not sure, I can't remember if they've got it or not. Look. No, it doesn't exist. So it's unknown. So even they don't know what's going to happen because you haven't made a decision. You have to speak your truth and then they'll know. But right now, they can't tell you anything because you haven't decided. So that's why you're in limbo. You've got to believe in yourself and your future. If you don't believe, how's anybody else supposed to? So we've got 4, 5, 23, 11 positive, 15 positive, 1 and 28 negative, 2 positive, 1 and 2, 6 and 24 positive. Today's card is positive, so that's good. But that's why it's going to take some time because you haven't decided yet. You're not fully committed to the new path yet. Oh, she's back. Isis killed her husband. Did a bugger. So, Wonder they all did a bit of that in Egypt, I'm afraid. So, love, sexual healing, rebirth through love. And it's funny because there's no cups in here whatsoever. So that's what they want you to do. A rebirth through love, but I think it's love for yourself. Putting yourself or another back together. Life after death. Magic. Past lives. Drawing this Isis card is rather special. She brings healing and love into the most intimate and vulnerable part of your life, your sexuality. Wounds to our sexual identity and confidence can make our lives a misery. But drawing this signifies that healing is on its way. You may start perhaps through a relationship with another person or through self-development to feel healed in yourself, able to feel more joy and more energy. You will undergo a psychic rebirth in which your creativity will blossom and you will feel beautiful and loved, tentatively at first and then with growing confidence, like a flower going from bud to bloom. Your ability to love, to create, will heal. It will feel like magic, and indeed Isis is speaker of spells and has knowledge of the best kind of magic, which is love, which is why you have to keep your words and thoughts positive, because they are your spells. No negativity to be cast out there. It's a final word from the little cards. Yeah, you are strong enough. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. So remember your roots. Go back to that place in your mind where you was happy. Know that no one can enter your mind when you're in your happy place. You are strong enough. You have roots. mostly it's people having to move on now. Move them up, move them out, rawhide. Remember your roots. If the storm comes and you're planted firmly, nothing can take you. Yeah, justice will be served. Thanks for listening. Bye.